The first subsidy is gone. Huh?
The state where we have the government is sitting on, and funny enough, this thing it's a pronouncement from the president yesterday that has not even been implemented. How can you be so wicked? As at yesterday, this guy was selling fuel at 200 plus. 230. You change it to 600 naira today.
A few moments later.
NNPC mega filling station, 511 naira per liter. Gates thrown open. No vehicle is entering to go and buy. What a pity. Welcome Tinubu government.
Scapegoats will be used, but we know who the real G to the O to the A to the T's are. Hey people, welcome back to Personality Highlights with Juliche. And we're going to be doing a breakdown. We're going to be doing a quick summary of the last 48 hours after the inauguration of the current president of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In the last 48 hours, I'm just going to be doing a recap of the whole things Nigerians have been going through under this new democratic dispensation. If you're ready for this gist, I am definitely super ready, and I'm ready to blow your mind with the things that are going on in Nigeria. Okay, if you're coming in for the first time, if you're tuning into the space for the first time, welcome. If you are already in this channel with us already, welcome back. Personality Highlights with Duchi. Here we talk about real-time stories, social issues, and of course we go to the trend tables and pick the topics we have to talk about. And definitely we're just doing a review, we're doing a recap, we're just doing a summary of what Nigerians have really felt, how it has been going. So if you want to get into the gist, okay, watch some of those highlights and I'll be back with some more.
Nobody deceive you. Nigerians are the ones doing themselves. Look, just look at this lucky you. Just take a look. Just less than 24 hours. The president, he did not say he has removed subsidy. He just made an announcement that he will. All of a sudden, there's hike in food prices. All of a sudden, there's hike in fuel price. Queue since 6 a.m. in the morning. Everybody's trying to buy fuel. Nobody said the fuel, no day, the fuel day. But our people is hoarding the fuel.
Okay, so like literally, I said something earlier, and I said, we know scapegoats will be used for this whole, charade. I mean, I will tell you that we know who the real GOATs are. And if the private filling stations can be sealed up, why is none of the NNPC fuel stations being closed up? Because we're seeing them sell at 540. I mean, look at the list of what the NNPC official prices are. In the different states, the prices are different. We see states, going at 400 plus. We're seeing some for 500 plus. And of course, if private filling stations are selling for 600, who's to blame? Anyways, we've seen a lot of reactions. Literally right now, I would tell you, people are stressed up. I mean, an hour after that announcement was made, immediately after the inauguration, I mean, we heard about this from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu made the declaration on May 29th after he was sworn into office that there is no more subsidy. And of course, he said there's no provision for it. And he just made that there was no explanation. We didn't know if it was going to be immediately implemented or not. So I personally, I will not be blaming any private fuel station. I don't blame these guys for trying to do what they have to do, because the truth is we don't have a system that actually tries to control certain things. We don't have an unorganized system. And I will tell you, there are so many things that people, that statement by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was so insensitive. I mean, maybe if he had needed to actually give us that insight, he probably would have taken his time to say, okay, you know what, it's not happening right now, but it's going to be happening. I mean, there was nothing stopping him from taking his time to tell us exactly when this thing was going on. And of course, we know how the whole Nigeria rush is. People were trying not to lose out. And of course, there was hike. Now, people are literally spending through their nose. We've seen reactions from different people. You know, of course I would say we can blame the people for just, you know, making the prices really go crazy. But at the same time, why do we blame them if they're, you know, these things, you know, are not even done the proper way? I mean, of course they're trying to secure their bags, they're trying to also hustle. I think the system in Nigeria is just helping people just hustle and hustle and hustle and work more. And at this point, I would tell you that a lot of people are stressed out. We've seen people jumping into buses, getting stranded in bus stops, and you know, all I can say is together we stand in this mandate. Whatever the situation is, we know that this thing is going to bite really hard. And of course, I'm going to be reading some of the things that are going on. You know, popular people, the popular activists, they're all on the trend tables talking about it. And of course, I will not miss out from giving you some highlights about that. So I'm just going to be reading this. I mean, literally right now, we saw this price from NNPC. You know, some states are selling for 537. In Lagos State, the official price is 408. Sorry, the official price in Lagos State is 488. Yeah, but some, of course, it's NNPC. They can't sell the same price NNPC selling. So some are selling for 500 plus, 600 plus. And I tell you, if this is going to be NNPC's official price, I will not be surprised if we're going to have like ×2 that being sold in the market. We've seen people like Alex Unusual, you know, share her experience and say, you know what, the fuel stations are open. They say, oh, you know what, we don't have fuel, but we can sell black market to you. That is the situation. That is what is going on in Nigeria. The government has literally given everybody the license to go hustle some more and make some money, you know, through anyhow you want to make it. So the, you know, we're seeing the shere and we're seeing the whole thing of, hey, you know what, this thing has not even been implemented. I mean, come on, guys. This announcement was made May 29th. We just had 2 days and then we'll have June. So it simply means that anybody who was increasing the price, I personally do not blame them for increasing the prices because they were trying to make sure that they have their backs covered. I mean, we literally need to look at this and call it what it really is. I mean, why would why would that announcement be made if prices, salaries are not being increased? I mean, I'm definitely going to be reading this from, you know, Omoyele Showore. And he says something. He says, workers' minimum wage is 30,000 naira per month at official BAT. Just stumbled a few times at the inauguration, and the only thing he could say was fuel subsidy is gone. He didn't say next minimum wage is now 250k. And now those who claimed this is good for Nigeria are stranded at home. The thing is, within the first 1 hour after that declaration, we actually heard the prices of fuel had hiked into 400, and then hours after we heard, oh, the 600, right? Like there was just this mad marathon. People wanted to go buy fuel to keep, you know, because nobody was expecting that type of announcement, declaration to be made on May 29th. As it is, I would tell you, it is a sorry mess. People are literally stranded, both at home, you know, at the bus stops. It is literally crazy, mind-blowing. I'm telling you, I actually went to the market to get stuff and everything had just gone up ×10. If you tell me that this is a good sign, I would say, okay, well, fingers crossed. I'm just here to bring it the way it really is. How is it over your side? If you live in Nigeria, let us know what the situation is around your, you know, because people have been reacting, and I'm telling you that with the way this is going, it literally will be getting worse. People have been asking this question. We all know that the fuel subsidy has been something that has been a big topic in Nigeria for a long time. We remember during the Goodluck Jonathan era, you know, we actually had people go to protest in the streets because fuel subsidy were removed. And of course, right now, the NNPC is saying they cannot. I mean, NNPC is saying they cannot, that Nigeria will run to the ground if they do. People are asking, what does fuel subsidy mean? Fuel subsidy is just the payments that, you know, the Nigerian government pays to the marketers just to make the prices of fuel, PMS, favorable to Nigerians. That's basically like the breakdown of what the first subsidy is. For years, the government has literally been doing this as a practice to help Nigerians, have like a fair share, and not struggle so much to be able to provide certain things. Of course, in a country where electricity is like the main issue, we do not have steady electricity. People need fuel to fuel their cars, to fuel their electricity, their generators. And so it's like petroleum is like the basic thing. Crude oil is like something everybody is literally running on a daily basis. And of course, without full subsidy, I don't know how it's going to happen. There's been so many reactions. People are on Twitter saying, oh, you know what, or even if the other contestant candidates had won, they definitely would have done the same thing that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has just done. But the truth is, if they had come in, maybe they wouldn't have done that on the day of inauguration. I personally feel that that was very insensitive. I mean, I feel like there would have been a better timing. I mean, at this point, a lot of people are looking forward to know what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be doing in the next 100 days in office. We're all looking forward to see what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has in store for us in the next 100 days in office. For the past 48 hours, it has been hell for a lot of Nigerians. People are screaming, like there's just a lot of chaos going on, and it is a sad reality, but that is the truth. Anyways, I'm just here keeping it real as usual. If you're not following the space, please do follow the space. Let me know how it's biting around your end. In Lagos, we're struggling, but I know some of us will still be able to push through. But there's so many people out there who will not be able to deal with this type of problem, because it is a big economic challenge. A lot of people will not be able to go to work. Of course, basic salaries should have been increased. So many other things, considerations should have been made. Nigeria is an independent country. Everybody here is just like an opportunist. Everybody's like it's a capitalist state, and people will use this to cash out. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to seeing a more humane dispensation. I'm looking forward to seeing that this government actually looks at the people, takes care of the people, and of course pay attention to the fact that people are struggling, and the earlier they start being very considerate and applying a lot of emotional intelligence into certain things that are done, then it will be better for us. There's so much crisis going on, I'm not even gonna lie. We've heard the EFCC and the SSS doing that whole thing, being evacuated in the office, and then there's this fight of who's going to be in office and who's not going to be. There's just so much going on. Let me know your 2 cents on what you think about what's going on. But yeah, that was just a short breakdown of what has happened in Nigeria in the past 48 hours. People are stranded, and that is the situation report. Anyways, I mean, this is literally the situation of what's going on. We hope that the government actually does something to ease the stress, because a lot of people are screaming, this is too much, and I hope that we don't get to cry like really hard in this new era. It's just barely 48 hours, and we have so much to talk about this. We hope it's going to ease off. We hope the federal government does something about this really fast to ease up the tension, because there's just so much damage going on, and we cannot keep quiet about this. Let me know your 2 cents. How are you faring with this new era? If you live in Nigeria, let us know your thoughts in the comment section. It has been loud, and I can tell you, no matter what, I know that some of us will still strive to be better, but of course we expect this new dispensation to be better than the ones we have had in the past. I'm going to see you all on another one. I really do appreciate you for your watch time. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow the space. Of course, till I come again, it's still Personality Highlights with Juduchi, keeping it real on 100. And I'll see you all on another one. For now, ciao, ciao.
We have adjourned now. We are continuing the talks at a later date, very, very shortly. But the point is that talks are ongoing. And it's always better for all sides to keep talking with a view to arriving at a very amicable resolution that will be in the longer term interest of all Nigerians. That is as much as you can say now. Thank you very much.